What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup, last match here in the top 16, and then we can finally start with the top 8 and then also the losers bracket here for the top 16 playoffs. Last match, as I mentioned before, we have Destiny Hero slash Airblade Turbo, so basically Blood, you know, as Plasma was called in the OCG back in 2007-ish, is paired up against Invoked, Wind Witch Invoked, so there's like a 10-year difference between both these decks, which is quite a lot. First deck list, we have Airblade Turbo featuring Destiny Hero Plasma. We have seen in the past that the addition of Destiny Hero Plasma was quite important in getting rid of your on-field malicious, for example, or Demok, to get it banished, again, fueling your Dimension Fusion. And at the same time, Plasma with its skill drain effect could be very important to negate one of your, at least, yeah, your opponent's floodgate monsters, right? And also getting rid of a big monster on your opponent's side of the field. Dimension Fusion, basically the key card of this deck, as you know. Second list, we have Wind Witch Invoked, one of the, I think the recent list, the most recent list here in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup from 2017. Again, a very powerful list, basically, yeah, because it's Master Rule 3, right? So pre-links, you have access to all the regular monster zones with your extra deck summons. So which deck has the advantage? I can definitely agree with the people of that Invoked Wind Witch should have the advantage over Airblade Turbo, you know, with the most obvious reasons. Magaba and the one turn each time fusion summon is definitely very powerful against a lot of older decks, right? Then again, I see the deck list is that the Wind Witch Invoked engine is, at least list, is using the Dimensional Barrier, for example. That's not really that great, same for Artifact Sight. I mean, those cards aren't really that fantastic against older decks, or at least decks that don't really rely on using their extra deck. And Airblade Turbo is just a fast deck, and we have seen in the past that it can definitely surprise its opponents. Okay, let's hop in and do the first duel. Okay, duel number 1. Airblade gets to start, so having access to the 6th card. I think, even though, you know, this deck is heavily based on the OTK, possibly, maybe preferably going second, since you're also not running that many pack row cards, like only Mirror Force, Scapegoat. That's pretty much it. So I have to kind of bank on the fact that here, by going first, the opponent cannot OTK me, and, well, that particular Invoked list doesn't really have the option to go for the OTK, right? It's not really like today's standards of making the Alistair Link summon and, well, OTK from there, right, with the multiple fusion summons. Here, somewhat lucky of hitting one of the MVPs of the deck being Dark Magician of Chaos, so immediately having it on the field, and possibly, if I get lucky with the Graceful Charity here, maybe recycle it with the Dimension Fusion, and yep, there it is. So at least, yeah, try to get rid of the Demok on the field by tributing it for the Malicious, and then, you know, Demok, as soon as it's banished, it will, at least when it's, you know, as soon as it leaves the field, it will be banished. And thanks to Plasma, and of course in this case Dasher as well, you have multiple options to get rid of your Demok on the field. And of course, as I mentioned before, it will be banished, so you can use its effect once again. Here, put on Shailing, since, as you know, this is Dark Magician of Chaos pre-errata, you can instantly, immediately use its effect when it's special summoned. So again, take the opponent by surprise here during the third turn indeed of this first duel, and go for the immediate OTK. So then again, okay, if the opponent does have one of his Maxis, I think I still need to go for the push, right? Then again, his particular list is not running too many back rows, and if it likes the case of the opponent not having any form of sets and does have the Maxi, the only card they can draw into is Ghost Ogre, right, to potentially destroy something, and even though that's not really that strong against, like, Dimension Fusion shenanigans, right? So game number 2, he gets to start, and the Magaba first turn with a Maxi, I believe, and the Ghost Ogre is definitely very strong. Maxi didn't get an extra draw, I guess, but he opts to negate the Mirror Force with one of the few traps he has in his deck. Well, few. He does have 8, right, with Sanctum, but I guess you only want to somewhat sacrifice your Dimensional Barrier for the possible Magaba negate, right, since this deck is only running the Mirror Force as a trap card, right, but it's not looking too great, since he does have the Raging on the field, I think his Makaba is still live to negate the monster effect, and of course a potential hand trap, right? Maxi definitely would have dropped already, so there's already the potential of him having the Ghost Ogre there, and he still has Makaba, and the fact that the Stratos earlier was banished, that's a problem, right? Well, banished because of Makaba. Well, in some cases that would be good, you know, Dimension Fusion, but here in this case, the special summon of Stratos could have surged like a Plasma, and again, Plasma is continuous, so it immediately negates the phase-up effects of my opponent's fusion monsters, right? So no Raging, no Makaba, so they cannot like respond or whatever, right, to their effect, or at least to the effect of Plasma. But again, Ghost Ogre is one of those easy outs to Plasma of, well, you can just destroy it, right? The top deck of Dimension Fusion is definitely good, but again, he still has the Makaba negate, and as you see, he also has the Ghost Ogre in hand, so it's not going to matter too much. Okay, he's going to lose the Makaba. I'm not really sure if that's a correct ruling, probably it is, but again, also the Raging Book of Moon effect is again so strong, right, against a lot of decks, you know, here in this age of era, at least yeah, the current 2018 format / metagame, but definitely against a lot of old school decks, having like the combo of Makaba and Raging on the field is just so strong, right? And if you can pair it up with hand traps or back row, that's impenetrable. You can't get over that with any deck, right? So game number 3 again, I opt to start. This is definitely an okay start, having the Graceful Charity ready, potential for next turn, and hopefully go for the kill if the opponent is not able to OTK here. Pretty much like, yeah, bluff the Heavy Storm, right? Bluffing the Mirror Forge or Scapegoat. He does go for the Raging and not going for Makaba. Raging is definitely good. So flip over Heavy Storm, Sanctum is not a problem, Sight is not a problem, Moral Tech is not a problem, so it doesn't really matter, right? But again, okay, he did have the Sight, so he does get an extra monster. Going to use Lightning Vortex, it does drop the Maxi, so I think I have to go for it. And I was like, okay, I again have to be lucky after the Graceful Charity, but here in this case, no Demok, and that definitely hurts, right? Not getting lucky with Diamond Tooth, but again, I have to go all in and hope for the best. Hope I can push for the game and go for the OTK, and I was like, doing some calculations, and yeah, I have him by the ass, right? I have him, but nope. Nope, as you already probably did the calculations, I'm 100 life points short, like really 100 life points. And yeah, that's it got a couple of draws, well, a lot of draws off that Maxi, so this is again game over. I can't do anything about it. Was 100 life points short of going for the, at least going for another OTK, right? So good duel, but yeah, somewhat expected. Again, power creep, etc. Wind Witch and Invoked will move on to the right side of the bracket and will be participating, indeed, will be participating in the top 8, and its next opponent will be the Burning Abyss, Dante, PK Fire, pretty much right. And as you know, Blood will still be in the tournament and will take on Chaos. Okay, that's very interesting. Next matchup, again, like always, feel free to leave your predictions. Is here on the left side will be Blue Eyes versus Tidal Mermails. Very interesting, Tidal Mermails versus Blue Eyes. So feel free to leave your predictions. Tomorrow will be a new video with, you know, there's like the new glow up bulb release, so that will be for tomorrow. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.